you alone I pray, trembling of the soul of our Father, the power and your glory.
For you alone is my life, my Savior, my love, and my only Elohim.
All I give you is my praise and my song. For you alone I sing, while waiting for you, O Messiah, my King. Fearless night till rise of the morning sun. Your words are engraved for me, and feel the joy in your glorious existence.
Aking people sing, playing guitars full of keys, praising songs for the Almighty Father, endless thanksgiving for salvation from sin. And they all meet together, shouting with joy full of tears. Sound of shofar, floating spirits are waiting, come down all nations to Messiah our King.
Bring to us, soul of our Father, the power and your glory.
For you alone is my life, my Savior, my love, and my only Elohim.
I'm so glad you've touched my heart and my soul, and made my life much love. I'm singing and praising in your holy name. I praise you with all my life and my all. For you alone I pray, trembling of the power of your sacred name. All I sing is my praise and my song. For you alone I sing, while waiting for you, Messiah, my King. Fearless night till the rise of the morning sun. Your words are engraved for me. I am glad that you dwell in my heart, a teardrop into my eyes. For you love me.
Versa. Versa.
Yes. Okay, everybody. May we ask everybody to bow down and feel the presence of our Alahayam this time. And I'm going to pray. Abba Yahweh, again, we just want to thank you because of your loving and kindness unto us. Thank you so much because we gather here again to honor you and to glorify you. Abba, once again, may your blessing, wisdom, knowledge, understanding be upon us. Also to the teachers as well, so that we, whatever the things that we learn, at least you will glorify. Thank you so much. This is our prayer in King Yahweh Shai. Everybody say, Yada.
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 Let's put our hands.
Age-old union of fraternal peoples, a human race unique in the world, founded by the sages and prophets, Shemites, blow the shofar and trumpets, be glorious, our divine kingdom. Age-old union of fraternal peoples, popular wisdom from our forebears. Hail the dawn foretold by our ancestors Norse. From Garden of Eden in Ophir, islands of the seas singing from the across the valleys of mountains and forests, to the Sahara deserts of the west, from southern seas to polar lands in the north, protected by Almighty our blessed people, a human race unique in the world. Shemites blow the shofar and trumpets, be glorious, our divine kingdom, age-old union of fraternal peoples, popular wisdom from our forebears, hail the dawn foretold by our ancestors. Arise, arise, arise and forward march. Go prepare the way, prepare the way. Wake up and blow the shofar and trumpets. God and unity and victory. Be glorious, our divine kingdom. Age-old union of fraternal peoples. Popular wisdom from our forebears. God and unity and victory. God and unity and victory.
All right, so we'll do the pledge allegiance to the Torah.
James.
All right, James, are you ready?
Yeah. I pledge allegiance to Abba Yahweh's holy words,
I pledge
Pledge allegiance to Abba
Yahweh's
Yahweh's holy
words,
words,
which is the Torah,
which is
which is the Torah,
and I shall make it a lamp unto my feet,
And
and
I
I
shall
shall
make
make
a
it
lamp
a
unto my
lamp
feet,
unto my
unto my
feet,
feet,
and a light unto my path.
and
and
a
a
light
light
unto
unto my
unto
path.
my path.
I shall keep its words
I shall keep
Shall
its
keep its
words
words
in my heart forever,
in
my
my
heart
heart,
forever,
forever,
that I shall not sin against him.
that
Yeah,
I
God.
shall
I
not
shall
sin
not
against
sin
him.
against
him.
him. Okay. Let's go to the Alahayam's prayer.
Andrew. Andrew?
Okay.
Yes,
Andrew,
Yeah, you can go now.
okay. Or Abba Yahweh, who art in heaven,
Our
Our
Abba
Abba Yahweh,
Yahweh,
who
art
art
in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed
be
be
thy
thy
name.
name.
The thy kingdom come,
Thy
thy
kingdom
kingdom
come,
come,
thy will be done
Thy
thy
will
thy
be
will be
will be
done
done
on earth as it is in heaven.
on
on earth
earth
as
as
it
it
is in
is in
heaven.
heaven.
Give
as
us
it
this
is in
day
heaven.
Forgive us today
Give us
our daily bread,
Give us
our daily bread,
our daily
and forgive
bread,
us our trespasses,
and
and
forgive us
forgive
our
us our
trespasses,
trespasses,
as we forgive those
as
as
we
we
forgive
forgive
those
who
those
trespass against us,
who
who
trespass
trespass
against us,
against us,
and lead us not into temptation,
and lead us
and
not
lead
into
us not into
temptation,
temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but
but
deliver us
deliver
from
us
evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For
For
thine is
thine
the
is the
kingdom,
kingdom,
the power, and the glory,
the
the
power and the
power,
power
and the
glory,
glory,
forever and ever.
ever
forever
forever
and
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 ever.
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 Eda.
Yada.
Yada.
Ayan.
is my dad.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the students' greetings.
Okay. Okay. Blessed Sabbath, everyone, and welcome all the kids who are here and also the parents. We thank our Alahayam for another week that have passed, and we still have our hope and lives till now. That's why we would like to welcome everyone. And let's start with, yeah, Marcos. Hello, Marcos. Let's welcome Marcos from UK. Okay,
Yay!
say
Oh,
yada, Marcos.
Marcus.
Marcos, very good.
Yada.
Okay, Sister Jill, can you
All
call the other
right.
kids?
Yeah. Good evening or good morning, everyone. And let us also welcome Chelsea and Ivan from UK. Say yada.
Very good. Okay, so let's also welcome uh, Leah Maxine. Leah Maxine from Batangas chapter. Hello, Leah.
Hello.
Hello,
Say
Yada.
yada.
Right.
Yada.
And we
Okay.
also have Andrew from Italy and James and Andrew from Italy. Say yada.
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 Okay. Also, we missed one of the cutest kids that we have, Auburn from Kuwait. Where have you been, Auburn? We missed you. Say that, Auburn. Auburn. Auburn, we welcome you. Say that. Auburn.
All
Yeah.
right.
Can you say
Okay,
that,
let us.
Auburn?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yada.
Say yada.
Yada. Okay, this is Jill.
Yeah, we are also welcoming Isabella from Cyprus. Say
Yes.
yada.
Yada.
Very good.
Right.
And
We
also
also
we have,
have,
yeah,
yes,
yes, yes.
we have
Go ahead.
also Gerald and Jaylin from Negros Occidental. Say yada.
Yada. Okay.
Yada.
Okay, so did we miss, did we all call them? James? Have you called James?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, so we welcome you everyone. And we are here again for another story that we have for this week. Okay. So do you remember the story that we have last week?
Yeah.
It's all about the family of where did he go? So before story, let's have a recap first. We're going to tell you the life of Jacob and what happened to Jacob. But before that, we're going to have a recap. So this is the continuation of our story about Jacob's life. Okay, so what happened last Sabbath? When Jacob arrives in Paddan Aram, he sees a well with 3 flocks of sheep lying beside it. The shepherds tell him they're from Haran and that they know Laban. Jacob also meets Laban's daughter Rachel, who is also there to water the flocks belonging to her father. When Jacob sees her, he goes to the well and waters Rachel's sheep for her. Then he kisses her, weeping. When Rachel hears that Jacob is her relative, she runs to tell her father. Soon Laban hurries to welcome and embrace Jacob. After Jacob has stayed at Laban's house, Laban says that Jacob shouldn't work for him for free. What should his wages be? Jacob tells Laban he will serve him for 7 years if he can marry Rachel. Laban agrees, and because Jacob loves Rachel so much, the 7 years pass quickly. At the end of the 7 years, Jacob asks Laban for Rachel, but that night he brings Leah to Jacob's tent instead. The next morning, when Jacob realizes what happened, he demands to know why Laban was deceived him. Laban explains that it's not customary to give a younger daughter in marriage before the firstborn. He will give Rachel to Jacob in exchange for another 7 years' labor. Jacob agrees. So after a week with Leah, he also marries Rachel. Jacob loves Rachel more than Leah. We also learn that Jacob had 12 sons after that. All in all, they are Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, and Benjamin. And after 14 years of serving Laban, Jacob wanted to go back to Canaan. Joseph was born, and Jacob asked Laban to release him from their agreement, so he and his wives and children could return to his own country. However, Alhayam had blessed Laban so much through Jacob that Laban wanted him to stay. Jacob proposed a plan which looked very good to Laban. He would receive as wages for his work the black and multicolored goats and the speckled and spotted sheep that would be born to Laban's flock. Jacob was actually willing to start with nothing, but it was agreed that any future brown sheep and spotted and speckled goats from the solid colored flock would be his. Everybody knew that very few of colored sheep and goats would normally be born from solid colored flocks. This would mean that if Jacob was to prosper, Alahayam would have to bless him. Jacob used sticks soaking in the drinking water to cause the flocks to multiply faster, knowing that the larger the flock, the greater was the chance of him getting speckled or spotted lambs and black and multicolored goats. As soon as, as soon as this type of spring came, he immediately separated them, increasing his chances of getting more of the same kind. It was not long before the flocks and herds began to multiply, the kind of sheep and goats in great number that Jacob wanted. So we read that Jacob increased exceedingly, and he had much cattle. He's very wealthy.
All right, kids. So let us proceed now to the continuation of our story. Are you excited to know the continuation of Jacob's story? I think
Yes.
you are.
Yay.
Yeah, I assume. And you should be excited, kids, okay? Okay, so now, as we heard that Jacob has already 12 sons, all right? And then he is already very rich.
Mm.
Okay, so this story, the continuation is written in Genesis chapter 31, verse 1 to 21. Jacob flees from Laban. Now, Jacob heard that Laban's sons were saying, Jacob has taken everything our father owned and has gained all this wealth from what belonged to our father. And notice that Laban's attitude toward him was not what it had been. Then Alahayam said to Jacob, go back to the land of your fathers and to your relatives, and I will be with you. So Jacob sent word to Rachel and Leah to come out to the fields where his flocks were. He said to them, I see that your father's attitude toward me is not what it was before, but the Alahayam of my father has been with me. You know that I've worked for your father with all my strength, yet your father has cheated me by changing my wages 10 times. However, Alahayam has not allowed him to harm me. If he said, the speckled ones will be your wages, then all the flocks gave birth to speckled young. And if he said that the streaked ones will be your wages, then all the flocks bore streaked young. So Alahayam has taken away your father's livestock and has given them to me. In breeding season, I once had a dream in which I looked up and saw that the male goats mating with the flock were streaked, speckled, and or spotted. The angel of Alahayam said to me in the dream, Jacob, I answered, here I am. So he said, look up and see that all the male goats mating with the flock are streaked, speckled, or spotted. for I have seen all that Laban has been doing to you. I am the Alhayam of Bethel, where you anointed a pillar, where you made a vow to me. Now, leave this land at once and go back to your native land. Then Rachel and Leah replied, do we still have any share in the inheritance of our father's estate? Does he not regard us as foreigners? Not only he sold us, but he has used up what was paid for us. Surely all the wealth that Alahayam took away from our father belongs to us and our children. So do whatever Alahayam has told you. Then Jacob put his children and his wives on camels and drove all his livestock ahead of him, along with all the goods he had accumulated in Padan Aram, to go to his father Isaac in the land of Canaan. When Laban had gone to shear his sheep, Rachel stole his father's household gods. Moreover, Jacob deceived Laban the Aramean by not telling him he was running away. So he fled with all he had, crossed the Euphrates River, and headed for the hill country of Gilead.
Okay, so we see that Laban had wanted to get out from Laban. Jacob wanted to get out from Laban. So what happened? Laban pursues Jacob. What did he do? In Genesis 31:22 to 55, this is what it says. 3 days later, Laban hears that Jacob is gone. He saddles up with his kinsmen and gives chase, catching up with Jacob's large company in the hill country of Gilead. Unexpectedly, Laban was warned by Alahayam not to say anything to Jacob, either good or bad. Instead of expressing his wrath, Laban sounds hurt. If Jacob had only told him he was leaving, Laban would have thrown him a party, or so he says. Laban speaks if Jacob tried to steal Laban's chance to kiss his daughters and grandchildren goodbye. He understands that Jacob longed for his father's household. But why did Jacob steal Laban's house gods? Jacob answers Laban honestly. He thought Laban would take his daughters, Jacob's wives, away by force. He also insists he did not take Laban's idols, not knowing that Rachel did exactly that. Jacob foolishly promises that anyone found with the idols will die. This puts his beloved wife's life at risk. Jacob allows Laban to search the camp. Due to Rachel's quick thinking and deception, Laban finds nothing. Feeling righteously indignant, Jacob finally expresses all of his fury to Laban, not just about the idol search, but also about 20 years of shabby treatment in spite of Jacob's faithful service. Only Eliam's protection and blessing has kept Jacob from leaving empty-handed to return to his own people. Laban disagrees. He still believes his daughters and their children and all that Jacob possesses belongs to him. Because Jacob's Alhayam has warned Laban, though, Laban won't fight for them. Instead, he offers an alternative both to protect himself in the future and to take control of the situation. He proposes a covenant that both men will swear never to cross over the point where they stand in order to do no harm. Jacob agrees. The covenant is made and recognized with the building of a heap of stones, a sacrifice upon an altar, and the sharing of a meal. Early the next morning, Laban kissed his grandchildren, and his daughters, and blessed them. Then he left and returned home. And Jacob turns to face his homeland as a free man.
All right. Now we are in a very exciting point. This is the time that Jacob is preparing to meet Esau. So we all know that Esau was so angry with Jacob, right, kids?
Yes,
All right.
that's
So
it.
now Jacob went on his way, and the angels of Eliah met him. So he named that place Mahanaim. Jacob sent messengers ahead of him to his brother Esau in the land of Seir, the country of Edom. And he instructed them to say to Esau, "Your servant Jacob says, I have been staying with Laban and have remained there till now. I have cattle and donkeys, sheep and goats, male and female servants. Now I am sending this message to my master, that I may find favor in your eyes." When the messengers returned to Jacob, they said, "We went to your brother Esau, and now he is coming to meet you, and 400 men are with him." In great fear and distress, Jacob divided the people who were with him into two groups, and the flocks and herds and camels as well, so that if Esau comes and attacks one group, the other group that is left may escape. Then Jacob prayed to Allahayam, Abba Yahweh, for the protection from the attack of Esau, his twin brother. He spent the night in that place, and then he selected a gift for his brother Esau: 200 female goats, 20 male goats, 200 ewes, and 20 rams, 30 female camels with their young, 40 cows and 10 bulls, and 20 female donkeys and 10 male donkeys. He put them in the care of his servants, each herd by itself. He also instructed the one in the lead what to say when his brother arrived and will ask, "Who do you belong to? Where are you going? Who owns all of these animals in front of you?" Then you are to say, "They belong to your servant Jacob. They are a gift sent to my master Esau, and he is coming behind us." He also instructed the second, the third, and all the others who followed the herds that they are to say the same answer. For he thought that in doing so, he will pacify Esau from his anger and hatred that was kept for a long time. The servants go ahead of Jacob, but he stayed in the camp the whole night.
Okay, so we saw what happened to Jacob because he wanted to go back to his home. So what happened? Let's see. When Jacob wrestles in Peniel, so it says here Jacob wrestles with Alahayam. That night, Jacob got up and took his two wives, his two maidservants, and his 11 sons, and crossed the ford of the Jabbok. After he had sent them across the stream, he sent over all his possessions. So Jacob has left alone. And a man wrestled with him till daybreak. When the man saw that he could not overpower him, he touched the socket of Jacob's hip, so that his hip was wrenched as he wrestled with the man. Then the man said, "Let me go, for it is daybreak." But Jacob replied, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." Then the man asked him, "What is your name?" "Jacob," he answered. The man said, "Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with Alahayam and with men and have overcome." Jacob said, "Please tell me your name." But he replied, "Why do you ask my name? Then he blessed him there. So Jacob called the place Peniel, saying, "It is because I saw Olahiam face to face, and yet my life was spared." The sun rose above him as he passed Peniel, and he was limping because of his hip. Therefore, this day the Israelites do not eat the tendon attached to the socket of the hip, because the socket of Jacob's hip was touched near the tendon.
All right, and this is the climax of our story. This is the time that Jacob meets Esau. All right, so when Jacob looked up and saw Esau coming with his 400 men, so he divided the group and put the female servants and their children in front, Leah and their children next, and Rachel and Joseph in the rear. He himself went on ahead and bowed down to the ground 7 times as he approached his brother. But Esau ran to meet Jacob and embraced him. He threw his arms around his neck and kissed him, and they wept. Then Esau looked up and saw the women and the children and asked, "Who were they?" Jacob answered, "They are the children that Allahayam had graciously given your servant." Then the female servants and their children approached and bowed down. Next, Leah and her children came and also bowed down. And last of all came Joseph and Rachel, and they too bowed down. Then Esau asked, "What's the meaning of all these flocks and herds that I met?" "To find favor in your eyes, my master," he said. But Esau said, "I already have plenty, my brother. Keep what you have for yourself." "No, please," said Jacob. "If I have found favor in your eyes, accept this gift from me. For to see your face is like seeing the face of Al-Hayam, now that you have received me favorably. Please accept the present that was brought to you, for Al-Hayam has been gracious to me, and I have all I need." And because Jacob insisted, Esau accepted it. Then Esau said, "Let us be on our way. I'll accompany you." But Jacob said to him, "My master knows that the children are tender, and that I must care for the ewes and the cows that are nursing their young. If they are driven hard just one day, all the animals will die. So let my master go on ahead of his servant. I move along slowly at the pace of the flocks and herds before me, and the pace of the children, until I come to my master in Seir." Esau said, "Then let me leave some of my men with you." "But why do that?" Jacob asked. "Just let me find favor in the eyes of my master." So that day, Esau started his way back to Seir. Jacob, however, went to Succoth, where he built a place for himself and made shelters for his livestock. That is why the place is called Succoth. After Jacob came from Padan Aram, he arrived safely at the city of Shechem in Canaan and camped within the site of the city. For 100 pieces of silver, he bought from the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem, the plot of ground where he pitched his tent. There, he set up an altar and called it El Elohi Israel. And that's the end of our story. All right, Sis Jam?
Okay, so we see how Allahayam was with Jacob, even though it was very hard for him to leave Laban and to go back to Canaan because of he was afraid of not maybe he's really afraid of Esau because of what he did before. But then he have the courage because Alahayam said he will be with Jacob. So our character traits for today is all about courage. Now what we have is courageous. Okay, a character traits for today is courageous. What does courageous means? It is a person who is brave, faces dangerous or difficult situation with courage. Okay, so what's our memory verse, Sister Jill?
All right, our memory verse from the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened or dismayed, for Yahweh your Alahayam is with you wherever you go. All
Yada.
right?
Yeah.
Yada.
Okay, so don't forget to memorize our memory verse from Joshua 1:9.
All
Okay
right,
na.
that's for next Sabbath day, Sis Jem, right? They're going to recite
Yes.
it aside from the Psalms 91.
21. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Last
okay.
last week we have a new song. So do you remember the song Jacob? Who remembered the song Jacob? You forgot?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to sing this again and you memorize this because this is all about the life of Jacob. So let's hear and let's sing.
Jacob, Jacob has many sons, has many sons. He is the grandson, he is the grandson of Abraham, of Abraham. Blessings, blessings. He fought for the blessings, he wrestled with him till the blessings he received. Abba Yahweh bless him, bless him. Jacob, Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes, of the 12 tribes, the 12 tribes of Israel, of Israel. Jacob, Jacob.
All right. We want you to open your microphone and let's sing again. Let's sing it again. You join with us, okay? Open your microphone and sing with us. We're going to sing it again. This is a very nice song. Jacob
Has many sons, has many sons. He is the grandson of Abraham, of Abraham.
Blessings,
Blessings. He fought for the blessings, he wrestled with him. Abba Yahweh bless him,
blessed him.
bless him.
Jacob,
God is the father, is the father of the 12 tribes, the 12 tribes of Israel, of Israel. Jacob, Jacob.
Okay, let's give a clap for ourselves. Okay,
Yay!
what a
Very
nice song, right?
good. Okay.
Jacob. You can get that from YouTube if you want.
Mhm.
Okay, now we're going to have our question and answer. Let us see if you learn. Okay, if you really heard us. Okay, sis. Yes, wait a second. Gel.
Yes.
Uh, okay, let's go with our question number one. Do you have your pen and paper? Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Can you raise your no, you just give a reaction. Can you give a reaction, a thumbs up if you are ready so that we will know. We will start. Can you give a thumbs up? And the reactions, reactions. Use the reactions. Use
Now
the
they're
reactions.
excited, this Jam.
Okay. Yeah.
They're excited to answer.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Okay.
All right.
Here's the question number one. Sis Jill, go ahead.
Okay, our question number one. Who meets Jacob on his way? Again, who meets Jacob on his way? A. Isaac. B. His mother. C. The angels. D. The serpent.
Ooh,
I'm afraid of
the
the serpent.
serpent. Scary, the serpent.
Very, yes.
Okay. Are you
All
done?
right.
Are you done? Okay, just put the thumbs up if you're done. So that we could proceed. Could proceed. Okay, let's go to number two. Question number two. Okay, here it says, who did Esau bring with him to meet Jacob? Who did Esau bring with him to meet Jacob? Is it letter A, Laban? Letter B, Rachel? Letter C, 100 men? Or letter D, 400 men? Okay, so it could be A, B, C, or D. You just put your answer in your paper, okay? I know you know that. If you listen to the story, it's definitely very easy. Okay? Thumbs up.
Gerald. Gerald, what are you doing?
Number three, assist Jill. Number
All
three.
right, let's proceed to number three question. Number three, okay. After Jacob sent his family across the brook and was left alone, what did he do? After Jacob sent his family across the brook and was left alone, what did he do? A. Cried. B. Planned strategy for battle. Wow. C. Wrestled with a man. D. Ate a meal.
Yes.
Right? Just choose A, B, C, or D.
Maybe he ate a meal because he's hungry.
Yeah, or maybe he also cried because he was left alone, Sis Jam.
Okay. Okay. Are you done? Kids, are you done? We're going to have another question. And this is the fourth question. Okay. What's okay? So here's our fourth question. What part of Jacob's body was touched and put out of joint? It is letter A, his thigh, letter B, his ankle, letter C, his knee, or letter D, his elbow. So what part of the body that was touched and put out of joint by the man whom he wrestled? Is it A, his thigh, or is it B, his ankle, or maybe his knee? Letter C or D, his elbow. So, what part of the body that has been touched and wrestled, which he wrestled by the man?
Oh, that's so hard, Sis Jam. It's
See
so
it?
hard. But I think it's so easy for them.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so are you done, kids? Yes, I think they are. Okay, so let's proceed to our
They are
next
very quiet.
question. Yeah, they're so quiet.
Oh, Born,
All
what's your
right.
answer? Born?
Okay. Okay, number five question. What was Jacob's name changed to? What was
Yeah.
Jacob's name changed to? A. Abraham. B. Samuel. Israel.
It seems that Jacobs has a screen
Yes.
name. That's why
It was
it
changed
was
to,
changed.
again, A. Abraham. B. Samuel. C. Isaac. Or D. Israel. So easy, Teacher Jem.
Uborn. That's the answer. Oh, your name is not there, Uborn.
All right.
Okay, are you done, kids? I hope so.
Yes,
So
they
we're
are.
going to have another question. This time it was question number 6. Oh, okay. Who did Jacob say he had seen face to face? Who did Jacob say he had seen face to face? Is it A, Bro or C, our messenger? Is it B, an angel? Or is it C, our alahayam? Or it could be letter D, Adam. So, who did he have seen face to face? Letter A, B, C, or D? Put your answer in your paper. Uborn. What's your answer, Uborn? Who did Jacob say he had seen face to face? Put your answer in your paper. Okay. What's Ivan doing? Are you done, kids? Are you done? Yes?
Yes, I
Yes
think they
or no?
are.
Oh, yes. Wow, very good. Uborn is done. Yes, a thumbs
Okay.
up.
Let's proceed now to our 7th question. How many times did Jacob bow down before his brother? How many
Yes.
times did Jacob bow down before his brother? A, 2 or twice. B, 3 or thrice. C, 6 or 6 times. D, 7 or 7 times. All right, so just choose your answer, A, B, C, or D.
He did so many times, bowing down because he was afraid.
Yeah,
That's why maybe because of that.
he's really guilty.
Yeah.
He's so guilty that he bowed down many times.
Yes, he was thinking that if you do that, maybe the anger of his brother will be gone.
Yes.
Okay, are you done, Uban? Everyone?
Yeah,
Okay,
done.
number 8. So we are almost done. This is the question number 8 that we have. What did Esau do to Jacob? So after they have met face to face, what did Esau do to Jacob? Letter A, did he kill him? Or letter B, hit him? Letter C, kissed him? Or letter D, took him to the messenger to brother OHC? So what did he do? When Esau see Jacob, what did he do? Did he kill him? Or B, hit him? And C, he kissed him? Or letter D, he took him to brother OHC? According to the story, what did Esau do to Jacob?
And have a
Ah,
selfie and post it on the wall.
he took a picture and say
Took
hello.
a picture. All right. Okay, our 9th question. What did Jacob buy? Oh, what did
Mm.
Jacob buy? A, doves. B, camels. C, servants. D, land.
Why there's no sweet candy?
Candy.
Yeah, I am looking for candies, but I
Can't
can't
put candies
find.
there.
Yeah. Jacob is a wealthy man. Maybe he could buy
Yeah,
anything that he wants to buy during that time.
yes.
So what did he bought? Is it a dove, a camel, or a servant?
Yeah, that's so
Okay,
easy.
we are almost done. Okay, are you finished? We're going to have the last question. Okay. One is saying like that.
Almost done.
Okay. So Number 10. What is our Torah character traits for today? So if you listen very carefully, you know what is our Torah character traits for today. Okay. Letter A, is it courage? Letter B, encouraging. Letter C, courageous. Or letter D, courtesy. So what is our Torah character traits for today? Is it letter A, courage? Letter B, encouraging. Letter C, courageous. Or letter D, courtesy. That's easy if you listen. Okay. Put your answer on your paper and took a screenshot.
Yeah, take a photo of your answers in your notebook and then send it to our
Or
GC.
yeah, let us see who listened well. Okay, we are done with our questions. Oh,
All right, kids, let us proceed to our closing song.
let's sing a song for our Abba.
Sa buhay ko'y walang ibang itataas. Kalayang na pag-ibig ay sadyang wagas. Maningning na dala sa bagong umaga. Kaganda ay Gusto ng katwiran at karangalan, mapuni ang lahat ng nilalang. Hayang ng langit at lupa, lahat ay lulubog, sasamba sa iyong kabanalan.
Brother Sam, could you lead the closing prayer, please?
Yes, okay. May we request again our students and all the teachers to pray. Father, our Abba Yahweh, we are so much thankful again because of the learning that we have right now. Abba Yahweh, continue to strengthen our faith so that whatever that we have learned, especially in the life of Jacob, it will glorify you. Thank you so much once again. Bless the teachers, bless also our parents as well. In King Yahweh Shai, everybody say, Yada.
Yada.
Yada. Yada. Okay. Yada.
Yada.
Okay.
Yada.
Oh, how did you find our story? Is it
Yada.
exciting or is it difficult or is it what? How do you react? Can anybody say anything? Oh yeah, Aliyah, can you say something, Aliyah?
Okay, so let's go to our memory verse for today. I think somebody memorized Psalms 91 already. So who memorized Psalms 91? Raise your hands. Okay, Gerald from Negros.
Today, hanggang verse 3 lang.
Okay,
Hanggang
go ahead, Gerald.
Psalms 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Verse 2. I will say of the Alahayam, He is my refuge and my fortress, and Yahweh, in Him will I trust. Verse 3. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Yada po.
Yada.
Yada. Very good.
Very
good,
good.
Gerald.
All right. So next,
Alaya Maxine.
okay, raise your hands. All right, Aliyah, go.
Psalms 91. Psalms 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Alahayam, He is my refuge and my fortress. My Alahayam, in you I will trust. Surely you shall deliver me from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. You shall cover me with your feathers, and under your wings I shall take refuge. Your truth shall be my shield and buckler. What's that again? A thousand may fall at my side and 10,000 at my right hand, but it shall not come near me. Only your eyes shall I look and see the reward of the wicked, because you have made Elohim, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place. No evil shall befall me, nor shall any plague come near my dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over me, to keep me in all my ways. In their hands they shall bear me up, lest I dash my foot against a stone. I shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent I shall trample underfoot. Because I had set his love upon me, therefore you will deliver me. You will set me on high because I has known your name. I call upon you and you will answer me. You will be with me in trouble. You will deliver me and honor me. With long life you will satisfy me and show me your salvation.
Very good. Very good. That's it.
Yay!
Very good.
Congratulations,
Hey.
Aliyah. Very good.
Very
Wow.
Okay,
Really.
anyone? Anyone?
Very good. Anybody?
Oh, Isabella, Chelsea, Zian. Come on, Zian. You can do 1 or 2 chapters only. It's okay.
First.
Oban?
No.
No?
Not yet.
Oh, who? Who can do? Oh, nobody. Okay, only 2? I mean, 2 or 3? 2?
2.
Okay, so we will still have until Sabbath day, until the coming Sabbath again. Okay, so you still have 7 days to memorize and then come back on Sabbath day and memorize. Okay? Anyone? And one more thing, we're going to do retell the story. So next Sunday, you're going to retell. You will be the one to tell the story to us.
Yes.
Okay? The story of Jacob.
Jacob.
So instead of your teachers telling you the story, you are going to tell us the story. Okay? Yes? All right, so you have to know, you have to learn the story of Jacob, and then if you come back on Monday, you're going to tell teacher. I'll come back on Monday. Come back on next Sabbath, you're going to tell teacher. And then don't forget your Psalms 91. Okay, kids? Oh, Uborn. Uborn, hello. You're going to memorize Psalms 91, okay? All right.
All right.
How many verses?
Verses.
How many verses, Uborn? 2? 5. Okay, Uborn, 5 verses. You're going to memorize that on Sabbath day. Okay? 2? Okay, 2. All right, Marcus, how about you, Marcus? How many verses are you going to memorize? 1?
It's okay.
You're going to memorize 1. Okay. How about Isabella? How many verses are you going to memorize?
1.
1. How about 3? How about 3? Isabella?
You could try.
Okay.
Okay, very good. And how about Andrew? How many verses are you going to memorize? Andrew?
Five.
Next
Five.
time.
Five.
Next
Wow.
time.
Okay, okay, okay.
Five.
Five.
Very
Five,
good.
Andrew, okay? Five, yes. And how about Zian? How many verses are you going to memorize? Then,
Two.
how many? Two. How about three?
Two.
Zian, you can do it. You can do it, Zian. Three.
Okay.
Yes, all right. How about Chelsea and Ivan? How many verses are you going to memorize? Psalms 91. How many verses?
Three.
Three. Okay.
Three.
All right. Or maybe Chelsea, you're going to memorize 1 to 3, and Ivan, you're going to memorize 4 to 6. Something like that. Can you do that? Yes. Okay. Very good. And who else?
James.
Oh, okay, James. Where's James? I cannot see. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
James. James. How
Welcome.
many verses? James,
Yeah.
did you memorize Psalms 91 now? Or
What?
maybe you can, yeah, Psalms
Psalms
91.
91.
Okay.
All right, did you memorize now? Can you do it now? Like one verse only or two?
Two.
Two. All right. Okay, are you going to do it today or next
Next.
Sabbath?
Next Sabbath.
Next Sabbath. Okay. Two. Make it three, James. Make it three. Okay.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Very good. How about Ubar? Oh, yeah, two for Ubarn. Yes, two. And who else? Okay. Yeah, so back to you, teachers.
Okay. How about Teacher Jackie?
One.
Okay. So are we going to end up now? We're done. Or
Yes. 2
okay.
minutes
So
more to go. So,
okay. So everyone, can you open your camera? Camera. No, I mean your microphone and say something. And thank you very much for coming to our lesson. So this is very good Sabbath